I became involved with Chinese medicine in the early 1970s. Kind of an interesting story. My father, who was a clinical psychologist, was living in England and sought out an acupuncturist in England for a problem that he was having and wrote to me about it, and I found that very interesting. And at the time, we were living with a group of people in Northern California, and we were very involved in natural health and natural healing, living in a rural community. And some of us were traveling north to Seattle to receive sort of basic medical education and childbirth and rural medicine. And while I was on a trip to Seattle, I learned about a Chinese medicine doctor who was actually teaching a class at the University of Washington in acupuncture. So I thought, well, that sounds very interesting. So I went to the class, I met the doctor, he gave me some handouts, some notes, which meant nothing to me, but I earnestly took them and took them home with me and read them and began reading books on Chinese philosophy. And at the time, we were very interested in many of the social, economic, and political changes that were occurring in China, particularly in the area of agriculture and healthcare, because that was our interest. So we heard about the Red Doctor program in China, and that was very inspiring to know that with a kind of smattering of traditional Chinese medicine and Western medicine integrated together, these cadres of young people in China were going back to their rural communities and building a healthcare system that never existed for millions and millions of people. So that was very exciting. Then my father returned from England in 1971 and told some very interesting stories about his own experiences with acupuncture. And his acupuncturist came to America and taught a series of workshops and seminars, which we attended and were taken completely. It was like falling in love, and decided to go to England and study with this teacher and learn about acupuncture. And that's what we did in 1972. So that's how we got started. But acupuncture and Chinese medicine, from every angle, seemed a dream come true in terms of its ability to, as we used to put it, think globally and act locally, because we felt very strongly that by enabling people to improve their health, clear their minds, change their awareness, that this would also help us change the conditions in the world to make lives better for everybody.
Our book, Between Heaven and Earth, A Guide to Chinese Medicine, is an overall source of information about how we think about Chinese medicine, how we explain it, and how you can learn more about it.